Hello and welcome to the Notary Coach blog. My name is Bill Soroka. You can learn all about me and how I help notaries at notarycoach.com. Also, you can read this entire blog with links leading to some of the reference points at notarycoach.com/blog. Today's topic is the notary client getting formula. I almost didn't graduate high school because of two subjects: keyboarding and algebra. Keyboarding, by the way, was still done on a typewriter in 1996, Sholo, Arizona. Somehow that was 26 years ago. I wish I could say my failing grade was because I had some clairvoyant vision that computers were the wave of the future and typing was obsolete, but that wasn't it. I just didn't go to class, and I still can't type. That was the pitfall of being 18 years old for my senior year. I could sign myself out of school. And for algebra, well, let's just say I disagreed with Mr. Butler's insistence that letters of the alphabet should be commingled with numbers to create a math problem. Emphasis on problem. Letters and I got along just fine in English class, geeking out alone on paper, writing essays and book reports, but throw them in with mathematical equations and suddenly they act like they don't know me anymore. The alphabet started treating me like mean girls. I couldn't sit with them anymore, at least not in math class. Fast forward 30 years and 0 college degrees later, and here I am creating the notary client getting formula that has both numbers and letters in it. Look, Ma, I'm doing math stuff. Mr. Butler, eat your heart out. I learned the term client getting from my mentor, Ray Edwards. I've been using that term for about 2 years, much to the chagrin of my book editor, Beverly. She'd much prefer I use the term client acquisition. And she's right, of course. That's what makes her a great editor. But client acquisition is way too stuffy and convoluted for me. I like the term client getting because that's exactly what we're setting out to do: get clients. So let's look at 5 questions you can ask yourself to get more clients. Here's the notary client getting formula. Get ready, kids. We're going to do some math today. Not really, but just roll with me here. Here's what this looks like. It's easy. W squared times H plus V equals $signs. The sum of who, where, how, and value is revenue. So W number 1, who is your ideal client? Beware the trap. Everyone is my client. Sure, as a notary public, it is actually going to be true for most people in the country because they will likely need your services at some point in their lives. But adopting that broad definition isn't going to serve you. You're not going to get more clients trying to appeal to everyone. You have to be specific. Get clear about who you want to work with. This definition will help inform your marketing efforts, your advertisements, events, blogs, and everything. It's not enough to say attorneys are your ideal client. What kind of attorneys? Where are they? Who do they serve? What do they need? How do they treat you and their clients? What volume do they have? What are they willing to pay you? With more clarity comes more clients. And I have a detailed explanation that will actually walk through this and how to identify your ideal client in my most recent book, The Notary Business Building Challenge. It's just less than $1 on Amazon, so you can check that out at notarycoach.com/books or, of course, Amazon. W number 2, where do your clients hang out? Okay, so now you know who you want to work with. Next, we focus on where to find them. This is where the invitation to get really creative and think outside the box comes into play. No matter who you've chosen as your ideal client, they congregate somewhere. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to discover where that somewhere is. So here are a few ideas. Online groups and communities like Facebook, LinkedIn, Circle, Mighty Networks, Meetup, and tons of others. Maybe live conferences, workshops, seminars, retreats. Also include in that associations, clubs, corporate or nonprofit boards, local networking groups, service organizations like Rotary, Kiwanis, Chamber of Commerce, all of those. It will blow your mind how many different and highly specific events exist out there. Hospital administrators have their own events. Specialized attorneys have their own events. Small car dealerships have their own events. If you really want to go down a rabbit hole with this, get connected to other companies that market to the same clients you want. Every industry has other brands, companies, and innovators providing value and service to that industry. Get on their list. See what's hot for that industry. What are the buzzwords they're using? Where's the next conference? What kind of advertising appeals to that audience? You'll get so many clues, and all of this will help you be a better connector and get more clients. So let's look at the H. How do you get closer to your client? Remember in elementary school when you were assigned a seat on the first day? Who became your best friend? Likely someone sitting close to you. So your goal is to sit close to as many of your ideal customers as possible. And just like back in the school days, you'll hit it off with some and not so much with others. Remember the mean girls? Getting in the orbit of your customer gets a lot easier after you've done the previous two W's, right? So you know exactly who you want to work with and you have a pretty good idea of where to find them. Now your H is to be in their orbit, within arm's reach of a connection or a relationship. Those deeper connections don't happen from the couch. You have to be in the arena. But how can you get closer in the arena? Here are a few ways you can do that. First, just simply follow them on social media. Now, this is the most passive way to get in their orbit. You can look for ways to support them and opportunities to engage with their content. When appropriate or relevant, like, comment thoughtfully, and even share their content in your own feeds. This gets you on their radar. Number two, you can join an online community with them. Then all you do is you sit back and you observe, hunting for ways to add value to group conversations. Do not just jump in and start hawking your services. That's going to be a real turnoff to everybody in the group. It might even get you banned from the group. Instead, find ways to help members of the online community by providing information, resources, referrals, stories of your experience, and stuff like that. 3, start your own targeted online community or group. This is a really powerful tool and done best when it's not so on the nose, like, say, probate attorneys who need notaries. It's kind of a snooze fest, right? Instead, a better approach could be Elder Care Support Professionals Group. In a group like that, you'll get a mix of membership that will make the group powerful and valuable to the members. And it will also give you direct access to them. You'll be an authority figure in your space simply by being a thoughtful administrator of a group that they see value in. 4, you can attend one or more of those live events that you've identified for client getting. In fact, attending 5 of these events each year will likely give you more clients than you can handle. Think about it. 5 events per year, 5 client getting events per year. Now, there's a subnote here that's going to inform the last two ideas here. The subnote is attending versus participating versus optimizing are all different things. So if you're going to attend, you might as well participate. And if you're going to participate, you might as well optimize that opportunity. Here's a couple ways to do that. Sponsor an event. So the next level to attending those client getting events is to help sponsor one or more of them. Get a table, booth, ad, or whatever your budget and your brand can handle. Finally, be a speaker. The next level to sponsoring those client getting events is being a speaker or presenter at them. Many of these event planners struggle to find relevant topics and dynamic speakers. You could help solve that problem, and it's a powerful way to bring value and establish yourself as the expert in your city. And finally, the V for add in your value. As a notary public, you have to think bigger than your stamp when it comes to your value. Think about it. What do you bring to the table? Notary stamp? Sure. Mobile convenience? Yep, for sure. This is a huge one. You want to work with people who value their time over money. That's the convenience economy. And what about all the extra training you take, not just to be another mediocre notary, but to be an extraordinary notary? What about all the characteristics you have that help mold your personality, your attention to detail, your organization skills, your listening skills, your outstanding grammar and spelling, even your sense of humor? Look, your ideal customers want to work with people they know, they like, and they trust. This level of relationship happens when you dominate the 4 pillars. I've written about this before, but pillar 1 is competence, the ability to get the job done right. Pillar 2, confidence, demonstrating those abilities as a professional. Pillar 3, integrity, knowing exactly what you can do, what you cannot do, and honoring those boundaries. I shared a vlog about the 6 practices of integrity that you can help develop that skill as well. There are links in the actual blog at notarycoach.com/blog. And finally, pillar 4, likability, being interested in others, being interesting to others, and taking 100% responsibility for your emotional wake. This winning formula of knowing who your ideal client is, where they congregate, how to get in their orbit, and then providing undeniable value equals more revenue for your business. W squared times H plus V equals dollars. I don't think this is what Mr. Butler had in mind as he etched his algebraic hieroglyphs on the chalkboard, but the formula works nonetheless. If you want more appointments, you have to hang around with more people that will hire you for those appointments and then constantly bring value to those relationships. It's not rocket science. It's just the notary client getting formula. Please let me know what you think of the formula, math in general, or what you'll do next to get more clients in the comments below. Thanks for listening.